Well, there we go. When a game has a cool opening like that, you might as well use it. Typically, I will start the game from the Switch home screen, and then that launches into that. But it's in the museum, so I thought I'd do it there. Nah, Brett, I thought that was quite funny saying that. You hadn't seen it, but it's such a cool sequence I've had every week. So, little tech update. It's not 2 seconds out of sync like it was 2 streams ago, but the audio in my headphones is stupidly quiet. And I've cranked it all the way up, and I have no idea what's happening. Because connecting it to speakers works fine. So, I'm going to try my best, but I'm going to have like both headphones plugged in and everything cranked up. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, yesterday's Splatoon 3, I kind of, how should I put it? I'm just kind of satisfied with the score. I feel like if I went back in today, it would be, I mean, there's a chance I could always improve, but I feel like it's more, it's like futile waste of time. Brett, I just blame my computer. Like after yesterday's live stream, I went to the bathroom and came back and it was already crashed and turned itself off. It's like, fair enough. It held on for the 4-hour live stream and then just gave up afterwards. So perhaps with a live stream and OBS, perhaps it will force itself to do it, and then as soon as that's over, you'd be surprised within like 10-20 minutes it crashes quite often. But that's nothing to worry about right now. If I do disappear, it is probably computer related. Yeah, so this row we're doing here, you can see on the bottom left, it says Final Fantasy Series. So I started this early in the week. It says Final Fantasy Series on the bottom left. Top left, the 4 Heroes of Light from Final Fantasy, the 4 Heroes of Light. And honestly, I don't actually know that game. I haven't looked it up since I found it, but it's not a game I recognise. Same with this one. Bro, the music sounding like that, I'm guessing Game Boy or Game Boy Advance. Yeah, Reddit, because watch. World of Final Fantasy came out on PS Vita, PS4, and I think Switch as an Ultimate Edition. So I have this game, World of Final Fantasy. It's one of those sort of backlog games where I start, do a couple hours, and never get back to. DS. Honestly. Like the music doesn't sound DS-ish, does it? Well, I did World of Final Fantasy because I know that game. And now, Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin. I've played the first couple hours of this game for Cloud Monday, and it was a little rough playing this from the cloud. But this is a prequel, this game, to Final Fantasy 1. And this Stranger of Paradise came out a year or two ago. That's kind of what I'm thinking, Reddit. Yeah. Yeah, let's try Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin. I haven't actually, because you got to clear each battle to get to the next one. I don't actually know what other games are going to be in this series. I just know we don't get any characters from it, unfortunately. So Reddit, how's your week been? Had a good one? So much easier when the icons are in time with it. Yeah, on easy mode, anything with a chain over 250 starts to drag a little bit. That one, just as I was thinking, cool, I want this to be over. It finished, thankfully. Ah, sleeping's good, Reddit. I have seen some people try to rank all the Final Fantasy games, and I just don't remember anyone talking about it. I'm gonna have to perhaps watch a better video than some of the smaller creators. Like, I've played Stranger of Paradise, Final Fantasy Origin a little bit, and graphically it was fine. There's a lot of like equipping items to get the best out of your character. Not dress spheres, but just like the items have better stats. But because it's the prequel to Final Fantasy 1, and the story to Final Fantasy 1 is well known, pretty much, it's like, how can you make a prequel to it? And in the couple hours I played, my thoughts weren't answered. Having played Final Fantasy 1, I can think of perhaps a couple of ways they could tie it in. There was a little bit of time travel, but I don't know. Ooh, just look at my squad. Yuna, bottom right. 98. And 99, we swap her out for someone new. As I'm here hoping to 99 all the characters. That's kind of like my side quest. I think there's one slight change to that Reddit where it's destined that 4 heroes will save the world, kind of thing. So when you start Strangers of Paradise, there are not 4 of you. So then, is it a game where you're destined to fail? That's kind of, I want to see the end of Strangers of Paradise. Whoops. Those 2 sticks ones. No annoying. Whew. Yeah, I mean, because I got a PS4, when I do Cloud Monday, the version that's streamed to me is the PS4 version. Not PS4 Pro, not PS5, PS4. So the PS4 version of Stranger of Paradise is rough. The PS5 and PS4 Pro can mostly power through its issues, but the PS4 model, not so much. So whilst after 2 hours I was having a fine time, I kind of don't want to go back on PS4. I want to continue or start again on PS5 and just kind of power through it. Because I want to see, how do they do a story where you're destined to fail? I mean, are they destined to fail? Are they going to appear in another Final Fantasy at the end? I don't know. Of course, Final Fantasy is all about crystals. Do they become crystals? I'm really intrigued. So, time for a switch up. Curing status. I don't have a medic. Any new good ones? Well, seeing as everyone had Sarah in their team, I want to kind of avoid it for now. Well, one thing Reddit about Strangers of Paradise is that it was a bit of a failure. It was stuck in development hell for a long time, and essentially they just gave it to someone else to get it out the door, essentially. So when it released, it was a bit buggy. They patched it, they did DLC, extra story content, but because it had a rough launch and it was in a rough state and it had been in development hell, it's kind of just been, released and forgotten. So when people talk about Final Fantasy games, not a lot of people remember it. But if you get the disc version, I think you can probably get that quite cheap. And the music. One of the things I do remember from streaming the game was the music. It's a bit different from Final Fantasy 1 for sure. But it doesn't ape that original soundtrack, it creates its own soundtrack that fits the graphical style and the gameplay style. Stranger of Paradise is a little bit more God of War than Final Fantasy 1. That's probably a bad... Stranger of Paradise is more Final Fantasy 15, that's a better comparison. Hey, Snowwolf. I can't focus much on the chat whilst playing, I'm afraid. I'm not good at that type of multitasking. So feel free to type away and I'll catch up after the song. But we're doing Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy at the moment. Top left is the song name. Something shorter. Hey, congrats, Snowwolf. 5-way clear is tough. I did it twice yesterday after 4 hours. So congratulations. It's not easy, that's for damn sure. You think you're going to try again, Snowwolf, for day 2? Or are you going to say 135 is enough for you? Alright, so these two, I don't actually know the game. Bra, Bras de Bravo, I don't know. But when it comes to music, I'm always going to pick the Moogle. Well, good luck, Snowwolf. Now you know what you're doing, but not just you, but now other people know what they're doing. Hopefully day 2 will be a little smoother for you. You'll be able to complete wave 5 more frequently. I do like a good Moogle theme or Chocobo theme. What else? Oh, World War 2 Game Boy Color version. SpongeBob Banana SquarePants. Warriors of Orochi 2. See, I've out of those. I've heard of Oddworld as in the PS1, PS3, PS4 stuff, but I didn't know there was a Game Boy Color one. And Warriors of Orochi I've definitely heard of before. Honestly, I've never played a SpongeBob game. I think I might have done it for the site, like an hour here kind of video, but yeah, SpongeBob is a bit of a blind spot. Do you know if those achievements are easy, Snowwolf? Oh, we do Mamba the Chocobo. But I need to sort my team out. Hey, Owls SpongeBob. Hopefully you like SpongeBob. Oddworld is one of those classic games now because they're so old and so many games in the series. So if you don't like it, you've still like ticked off, played a classic game. But Warriors of Orochi, I think it's probably a Dynasty Warriors style game. Oh balls! I forgot to check. Is this playable? I always have to double check which songs are actually playable. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, it's a quick one, I forgot. Damn, every now and then I catch myself at work humming or whistling the Chocobo theme. It's a proper earworm for me. Oh, that's fantastic. I love that song. Oh, minigame collection. Okay. Doesn't sound too bad. Final Fantasy VIII has a couple of really cool Chocobo songs. They're the ones in my head. Rehydrated is the new one, or the re-release, yeah. Final Fantasy Tributes. Don't think I know that one. Oh, I can't play that. Okay, so that's that finished. Yeah, opening thing, Final Fantasy Tribute is not a song I can stream. Sorry about that. Theatre Room, Final Fantasy. I got one key, what should I unlock? Haven't done a lot of two. Seven remake, is that gonna be okay? Reddit, I imagine it's going to be quite similar to Cat Quest. It's not going to be the 10 out of 10 genre-defining game, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be enjoyable. There are going to be some highs and some lows. So I think that's probably what they mean. Yes, no, that sounds like hell. Could take you 30-40 hours. Unless it's one of those Final Fantasies with a secret gimmick or a broken gimmick that can raise your party members' stats quickly. Oh damn, this is a tune. Oh yeah, we're doing this. There's, I think, one or two Final Fantasy X songs I can't do. We'll see if they're included in this or if they were part of the Digital Deluxe. Because I don't have the Digital Deluxe and that has quite a few songs I can't play. Maybe when I drop Theatrhythm for like Pokemon, I'll try and get that Digital Deluxe to enjoy the songs that I can't stream. Wow, I've heard this music for hundreds of hours. Oh, balls. Yeah, I completed 10 on PS2 and PS3. I actually want to go back to 10 and try to platinum it. Oh boy, brought back memories of playing this, always does. Locked Mega Grenade, I gotta check what that is. I think most of the achievements, or most of the trophies that I didn't get in 10 when I was playing it, were the post-game stuff, like the Dark Aeons. No, Snowwolf. Mega Grenade. Actually, I'm having to play with both headphones in. I usually play with just one, so I can hear myself better talk. But today, the audio out of my laptop is really quiet. Another reason why I'm not talking so much is because I'm trying to focus really in on the music here to try and get as accurate as I can. Whilst I recognise the Spira music, I don't recognise that version of it. Final Fantasy X is one of those Final Fantasies I think you could recommend to pretty much everyone. It's quite linear at the start, but it does open up. Well, let me just change the party first. Some of Final Fantasy X-2 I can't stream. So there are some Final Fantasy songs that have people singing in them. Like Eyes on Me is from Final Fantasy VIII, but a lot of those are part of the Digital Deluxe, which I can't actually play. I don't own the Digital Deluxe version of this game, so I don't have to worry about half of the music I can't stream. But like, The Skies Above is one of them, Distant Worlds. Today's stream, Final Fantasy Tributes, we just got to, and I can't stream it at all. But there are some songs I can't stream. There are some songs I can stream but can't monetize, which for me and my small channel doesn't matter. That includes Final Fantasy 12 stuff, Chrono Cross stuff, more like DLC based songs. So overall it's not a big problem. I just have to every now and then just double check. A lot of it is like Final Fantasy X-2 has remix, people singing, can't have that. Some Final Fantasy 12 I think's in here. Well, Square Enix have a whole webpage devoted to the rules. And 7 Remake was fine. Looking at the list. No, 7 looks fine. A lot, like, I did the whole of Final Fantasy 1 on PSP, all the music included, and not one song from that got copyright striked. Square Enix have opened up a lot of the early Final Fantasies to be streamed with no copyright hits. It's mostly the stuff where there's people singing. And I have, I think, the 8 or 9 disc Final Fantasy 7 soundtrack, and a lot of that doesn't have anyone singing on it. Oh, I didn't go in to the 7 remake. I went for 10 instead. Oh man. Doing Blitz off. If you ever get a chance, Eyes on Me is a fantastic song from Final Fantasy VIII. It's kind of like the theme song. I think it might have been the first theme song for a Final Fantasy game. Wow, I played so much Blitzball on the PS2 version. I'd like get home from school, do homework, and the time between homework finished and lunch, dinner sorry, was quite short, so I'd get in, do some Blitzball as like a stopgap thing. I think I did, because it's like league seasons, and I'm pretty sure I did tens of seasons of Blitzball. Oh, the Thunder Plains. To get Lulu's super weapon, you got to dodge a couple of hundred lightning strikes. Don't worry, Reddit. I'm playing a Final Fantasy I know and have a lot of memories with. Gives me a chance to talk. But yeah, Lulu's ultimate weapon during the Thunder Plains was so annoying. When I last finished Final Fantasy X, I was hoping to set it up for the Platinum run. Unfortunately, I made one tiny mistake with Tidus's ultimate weapon. And now I can't go back and get it because it's blocked by Dark Aeons. So I think I'm going to start Final Fantasy X all over again. I was so leveled up in that PS3 save where I did the boss. Kinda, not one hit KO, but I did not have to worry a single thing. I had played so much. I think the only way to get myself out of the hole I found myself in would be to pay a certain Guardian Force to one hit KO the Dark Aeon. Ah, balls. So close. Well, that's Ace. I think that's who that is. 99, so we're going to swap them out. Both of these songs I don't particularly remember, so I'll just go with the fighting one. Yeah, it was Ace. Alright, let's swap you out. Who should we put in instead? Got a whole host of mages. Seeing what types we got. Like, we got the Hunter, damn. A lot there. Good go defense. Sure, let's use Orin. Fantastic character in Final Fantasy X. Yeah, Orin's story arc is pretty fantastic in this series. And it's not bad for like someone who's not particularly main character. Alright, see you, Snowwolf. Thanks for coming along, chilling, enjoying the music. What are you distracted by, Brett? Are you playing a game, watching TV? What's happening over there? Oh, that's a lovely card. Ah, Paper Mario. Sorry you said that earlier. Well, play Paper Mario, but have your headphones in, listen to this music. Like, this is another classic song from the game. And that song we just had is a bit of a serious one, with, you know, solo pianos on it. The tone of Final Fantasy X is kind of a solemn one. There's not a lot of happiness in it. Oh, goofy Paper Mario, that's a great description. Oh. And that should be okay. Especially whenever someone sings in a song, I always quickly check. Looks like it. Maybe instead of getting some famous singer to do it, that was someone in-house perhaps. Like the lady who sings Eyes on Me isn't from Square Enix, it was a famous singer at the time. So it could be that with someone in-house, they're able to deal with it better. Or they fixed the rights when they did 10 HD. Yeah, 10 HD came out towards the end of PS3's life on the Vita as well. So on 3DS they already had Theatrhythm, the first one. So it's possible that whilst doing the rights for 10 and 10 to HD, that they went in and tried to get the music as well sorted. So this might be okay, but some of the 10.2 stuff has perhaps more issues. That's just like I said, a guess. I wouldn't know. Like Final Fantasy X came out early 2000s. I'm definitely not up to date with famous singers from that era either. I didn't really get into listening to Japanese music until I started watching anime. When you got the start of the anime and the end of the anime having different songs, some of the songs were really interesting. So I would listen to, go to YouTube and find out who sang the song. Like one of the first albums I imported was Nico Touches the Walls, and it's more of a J-rock kind of sound. So especially the pop stuff, I really don't know anyone. This is classic, this song from the game. They use it in the trailers as well. I think they use it in the trailer. Ah, so close from the end, I messed up. Oh, the Katamari Damacy soundtrack is hilariously weird. If you think the Damacy soundtrack's odd, listen to the remix soundtrack for it. The remix is definitely bizarre. I uploaded Katamari Forever, I think. That was on PS3, the cross media bar of it. And it's just one of those you can just have on loop, and it's fantastic. But you gotta remember, Damacy came out on PS2, so it's been around for a long time. There are remix soundtracks, original soundtracks to each version of the game that's been released. Xbox 360, PS3, and they're all brilliantly bizarre in their own way. I typically like instrumental soundtracks, though I don't have to worry about what people are singing or saying, and just sit back and relax. One of my favourite instrumental soundtracks is I Am Setsuna. It's like 99% piano, it's beautiful. And they got like a relative nobody to do it, because that person had amazing piano skills, and it just shows. There is a new Katamari game coming out. I'm very excited for it, because it looks like there's time travel involved, and it looks like Katamari fun, but you go and do it against dinosaurs. You know, it's so weird. There's one of the Katamari songs as well that is just animals singing, or animals making animal sounds. Ooh, Fight with Seymour's a good one. Yeah, like Reroll sounds like fun, and if I got it, I would be happy to get it. But it's not one I'm actively seeking out. But a brand new Katamari, it's like, oh, okay, you got my attention. And then I watched the trailer for it, and yeah, it has like going back through time in different time periods and stuff. After the song, I'll try and get a trailer for it if you're too busy. Ah, the PSP was my first experience with Katamari. The controls did not translate well to one analog stick. But portable Katamari, like being able to take the bazaar with you, was worth it. Balls. Too early. Not doing great on this one. Yeah, not my best. I had a couple of bads. Let me know what you think, Reddit. Just gonna have a quick little drink. Okay, I can play this one. So this song and the previous one have both been done by the Black Mages, and I kind of prefer the Black Mages' take on it. So whilst I was playing, in my head I had the Black Mages version going. Reddit, do you know what the release date is on that Katamari? I honestly don't remember. honestly don't even remember what platforms it's coming to. I can't remember if I watched it during a PS show or an Xbox show or a Namco Bandai show or Switch show. I've seen so many, they all kind of blur together now. Okay, I remember this. Switch Partner Direct, thank you. Would it be enough for me to get a Switch 2? Because that game, or those games, are always better when they play smooth. Well, I certainly wouldn't say no to a Switch 2 with Katamari. They are being judged harshly in this. Ah, balls. I have seen some rumours that there is going to be a 40th anniversary Mario thing. Pretty sure it's the 40th. But again, it's more like people expect it into not actual confirmation of it. Like there's been no leak of a red Switch 2 or a red dock. There's been... The only thing that's come out this week in terms of like patents and upcoming Switch 2 stuff is it's a like a fishing line. You got that rotary thing. There's a rotary attachment to the Joy-Con for Switch 2. That's the only big thing that's come out this week, really. People expect it, people think it, but in terms of what we're actually going to get, because the 35, we got the play and watch games. If I had to guess, again, this is just pure guessing from nowhere. It'll be something you plug into the TV and play, or play and watch with HDMI out or something. I know it's... be some sort of Mario themed thing that you can play games on. I almost thought like the Lego thing was going to be something you could play games on, but you can't. I don't think we're going to get the micro consoles, but what if Nintendo brings Famicom games to your phones? Or what if they're only streaming? Like you download, perhaps, to your phone the game each time you want to play it. But because the games are Famicom, they're only going to be like 1 or 2 megabytes tops. Less than what you get, less than data cost of watching an advert on your phone. That I could perhaps see. For Nintendo's 40th of Mario, they bring Mario to phones. Or they bring like Mario Maker to phones or something silly like that. Who knows, maybe it's all just going to be an Alamo. Mario themed Alamo, maybe. Well, Nintendo, I'll give you some ideas. Feel free to take any. This is for the 35. I did get the Game & Watch, and I did get 3D All-Stars. Like, if I'm going to play Mario 64, it's from the 3D All-Stars one. I guess you can call Mario Kart a Mario game, maybe? Huh, Seymour. Okay. I did also get it because I want to play Sunshine. I had a GameCube, I just never got Sunshine. Unless they're going to make a Mario themed island that you visit. And on the island you get tracks themed around the Famicom world. That'd be my suggestion. If Mario Kart World was in development long enough to have started as a Switch game, and if the Switch was meant to have been released last year, sorry, the Switch 2, then it gives the developers nearly a year of additional time to have done extra stuff with Mario Kart. Perhaps one of the things they did was DLC. Now look online to see if there's anyone around. Kind of like a bit of a break. I imagine it'll be my least favourite when I play it, but it's more like gaming history. I don't think I'm going to enjoy it when I play it, but I feel like it's something I should play just to understand the greater history of things. Again, my sister had an N64, but we just weren't a Mario family. My sister got Diddy Kong Racing instead. I liked the racing parts of Diddy Kong Racing, I just didn't like driving to the race courses. Yeah, I kind of... And of course it's like in the backlog, because I now have that game. It's like, well, I might as well tackle it, learn about it, respect it for what it is, but I can move on. Like, I've been playing games long enough to remember people talking about it in around the launch of the PS3, people talking about like how Mario still defines the genre. People have liked it for a long time. I don't know why I didn't get Sunshine. Like, I had GameCube, I was playing Metroid, Phantasy Star, I was even playing Billy Hatcher. But I guess it could be that a lot of the games I bought on GameCube were cheap, because it was like my first console I bought for myself. And it could be that Mario Sunshine was like part of the Nintendo tax, and it was still expensive. Because I got the Metroid GameCube bundle, so that's how I got Metroid 1. Sorry, Metroid Prime. Janky. I do like how people on PC have decompiled Mario 64 and have given it like ray tracing and things like that. That's pretty cool. I'll do one more search and then I'll play something else. Play a different group of songs. Yeah, Mario 40th. What could they do? Maybe they went back to the cartoon and digitally upscaled it to 1080p or something. I remember on Wii, there used to be TV channels for Kirby and Donkey Kong and Pokemon. So perhaps on Switch 2 they're going to add like a Mario TV channel or a Nintendo TV channel where you could watch old Nintendo cartoons. It's possible, I suppose. A Mario themed one for Mario's 40th. That's only on like, they'll only be on around for a year at most. Yeah, that's true. And you know, revealing it and then immediately releasing it would be a bold way of doing it. It would avoid a lot of pressure on the developers, like it's released when it's finished. Hopefully in time for the anniversary. What if they remade Mario 1 in a 3D world? I know, there's like so many possible things they could do. Maybe they're just going to lower the price of the Switch too, make it easier for everyone to buy. Oh look, a pig flying. Yeah, there are some things with Nintendo you can guarantee aren't going to happen. In the end, we're probably just going to get some sort of Mario sports themed title. New Mario Soccer or something like that. Yeah, I'm going to hit no and find another group of songs to play. We'll try again in a little bit. Whew. 11, 12, 14, 15, tactics. I mean, if I do tactics, that's this, all this stuff at the side here done. Theatre room. Did I stop that because that was a song I can't play? Theatre room, 5 hours, kind of cool. Is that one I can't play? Oh no, I can play that. So I have this 3DS game. The Theatrhythm games made good use of Street Pass. You're not wrong. That's one of the issues with the launch of the Switch 2 is how barren it's felt. I don't mean Nintendo have to release huge song after huge song. Where are the smaller downloadable stuff? Where's Pushmo or Pulmo? One of the nice things Sony's always done with like the PlayStation when they launch a console, they have a big game. They have a big game from a third or second party developer, and there's also some smaller stuff that help fill out the store. Especially true with the PS3. I've definitely explored some of the early stuff that they had there. Bit of a medley, this. Oh, it's going to keep on going, is it? Remember, this was on a 3DS. I'm pretty sure the 3DS speakers sounded nothing like this. It's been argued that Nintendo has perhaps gotten a little cocky with the Switch 2. Kind of how Sony was when they went from PS2 to PS3. I think what would be nice is if we have a Nintendo showcase of not what's coming immediate, but what's coming across the next couple of years. Or something that, bit of a roadmap for it. Because it does feel like Square Enix have kind of lost control of the messaging for Switch 2. Ever since they released that 20-minute video showing it for the first time, Nintendo's never seemed to be in charge or have control of the messaging around it. In this one, the song is for the iPhone version of Theatrhythm, which I never played because it was one of those, you get a couple of songs for free and you have to buy the rest. Perhaps behind the scenes they're having some trouble with the Mario game in development. It could also be that they're trying to get everything all lined up. So if it's Mario, they could also be trying to get a Mario amiibo lined up. They got deals with Lego as well. Perhaps they're trying to line something up with that. Or perhaps they're so stretched thin with Lego and the Mario movie and the theme park and the RC car, you know, it's so much Mario. There's always a chance that the original movie, sorry, the sequel, was meant to come out this year and it has slipped. Actually, I don't know what the release date is for the Mario movie. I'm guessing it's next year. There's not been any trailers for it. Yeah. But they would have known that's not going to make it for several years. So perhaps they should have something coming. Nintendo's Twitter accounts is trying to make Dragon Drive something. I think we'll do that one. Damn, I have to change it. Keep him attacking. Okay, let's do that. Give you protect. Give you shell. There've also been no like videos showing what's coming to it, what DLC is coming to it, what updates are coming to it. It's all very much here's a game and radio silence afterwards. Something like Splatoon is like here's the game and this is what we've got planned, this is the roadmap for the next several years. Again, they've not got control of that messaging. And it doesn't help when people who I've seen who have played it, like respectable people like Marcus Brownlee, have gone very much, yep, it's a game, and now Mario Kart talk. There's always been like the footnotes. They really should have done like a... Oh, then again, if they did a beta for it or a demo, and if people hated it, they would not buy it. So there's a free demo, but it doesn't last. Interesting. Wanting to be the next ARMS is a dangerous thing, because no matter how hard they tried, they kind of left that game to die and did not do a sequel on the Switch. They really should have done a cross-platform sequel of that. Now I'm in Montoya's cave. classic song from Final Fantasy 1. I think they perhaps should have gone more arcadey with it. Keeping it in the realm of believability, perhaps, whilst being accurate to the sport in real life, maybe not accurate to how fun it might be. Like if they started arcadey and then in the sequel added a more realistic mode for hardcore players, that might have been a smarter move. Like get everyone in with the fun one and trick them with the accurate one. Apples. Bit tricky this one. Damn, that's the first song I've played today that my hand actually felt tired after. At least with like ARMS, you can see some of the potential behind it. You can look at it and go, okay, you can, in your mind you can come up with ideas of what they could do with gameplay, how they could make it much more its own thing rather than a typical fighter. But then there was just radio silence. Oh, we're gonna have to do a Genova. Let me just sort my team out. Yes, that is something that ARMS had a lot of. And that is personality. And there were amiibo for it as well. Like you could get amiibo characters, you could look at the characters, and each character had a visual style, different personality. There were character videos for each of the characters, I'm sure there were. And I don't think it was a bad seller. Like, I'm sure Nintendo really sell figures for it. Huh. Trying to get their Google search right for that is going to be a pain. Yeah, ARMS sold over 2 million copies. It's in Nintendo's top 10 bestsellers that Nintendo themselves sold on Switch. So why they didn't do a sequel, I don't know. I wonder if it's one of those games that a sequel started and then they changed it and then went back to the beginning and restarted development. I wonder if it's had some trouble, the sequel. Who knows? I wonder if we're going to get like a Mario Cross Sonic platformer or something. Like we had that Mario and Rayman crossover, or no, Rabbids crossover. I wonder if we're going to get one of those sort of crossover games. Imagine if it was Mario crossing over a Final Fantasy. And it was a Super Mario RPG. Super Mario Fantasy. It'd be really easy to get the crossover started. Just have a crystal appear. Crystals are the thing in Final Fantasy. That's how they do Dissidia. The crystals summon fighters from across the world. Sorry, across the different titles. And instead of summons being like they are in Final Fantasy, summons could be Final Fantasy characters. So you could summon Cloud or Squall. That'd be one way to have an exclusive Final Fantasy game on Switch. And that's not the best remix I've heard of Genova. It does make you wonder if something has been delayed and has now become what is going to be before the Mario 40th. Like perhaps Mario Odyssey 2 got stuck in development hell and has ended up becoming the Mario 40th game. Excuse me. I do think a Mario RPG is actually quite possible. They did release that remake of the original after all, and that came out of nowhere. That was, I think, a direct. Well, I think there was a rumour, but I think that was, here's a direct. Oh, there's Mario RPG mentioned. Out next month? I mean, that's how that went. remix medley right now. Like, I've played Curtain Call 30-40 hours if not more, and I do not remember this song at all. I guess I play so much of just the Final Fantasy stuff. Oops. Ah, balls! How was I meant to do that last one? Damn, I need both joysticks. What makes you wonder, Reddit? Did we get 2 last year because one of them was delayed into last year? Which meant that there should have only been 1. Like, there should be 1 year before, 1 last year, 1 this year. But, you know, if you had to say Q to E, what's Nintendo going to do? I'm going to say a Mario RPG. To me, in my head, that's perhaps the easiest one, and that works best. How many of these we've got to do? 2 more. Okay. I think my hand can do 2 more. I still think a Square Enix collaboration Super Mario Fantasy would be a hilarious thing that I would play. Because there's been like Mario Puzzle Dragon collaboration. I've got the DS game of that. That's pretty cool. So Mario has been in other collaborations with other game series. Why not Final Fantasy? I'm not suggesting there's going to be Dissidia Super Mario. Theatrhythm Super Mario could be an interesting one. Playing this sort of game with Mario music and Mario characters could be fun. You could use world maps to walk around to get from level to level. So yeah, I'm going to say Super Mario RPG 2 or a Mario RPG collaboration with Square Enix. Though a Theatrhythm Mario game would be certainly a good way of celebrating 40 years of Mario music. I think this game came out nearly 2 years ago, so we're about due for a new music game. Yeah, this was 2 years ago, and I think the Kingdom Hearts one was maybe 2 years before this. Mario in the Theatrhythm style would be fun. Man, I keep convincing myself. Like, I convinced myself a Super Mario Fantasy game, Final Fantasy tie-in would be what's coming. What if it is Theatrhythm Final Fantasy with a focus on celebrating the music? I mean, there is that Nintendo Music app, and they do update that constantly, and they do promote it a lot on Twitter or social media in general. What if they bring a game for it? And Square Enix have brought Theatrhythm to multiple platforms. They've brought it to mobiles. Alright then, what if Theatrhythm comes out on PlayStation and it's Theatrhythm Super Mario Brothers? Would that happen, chat? Do you think a Super Mario themed Theatrhythm game would come out on PlayStation? Oh, I'm so close from the 90. Just a thought, you know, if they team up with a company who's released Mario on other consoles, games on other consoles, you never know. And maybe that'll be a way of getting people to Nintendo. It's just a thought. And to think, if they do a Theatrhythm game, check if this one I can play. Yeah, I'm gonna play this. Because with a Theatrhythm game, you can see the art style is quite distinct with the Final Fantasy characters. If they do that with the Nintendo characters, then that opens them up to creating more amiibo. And what if the amiibo acted as DLC? For example, the PlayStation version could come with a set of 70 songs, but if you have the Switch version and the amiibo, you get a special Mario remix, or a special Yoshi remix. That could be one way of doing it. Well, I think this is classified as the boss battle for this game. So hopefully it's not going to be too horrible. Chaos is the boss from Dissidia. So I'm I guess we're going to get a medley of songs across the games. Oof. Ah, balls, ah! Damn. Up to 13. Ah, nuts. Well, it wouldn't be a boss fight if it was easy. Ah, it's jumping around the Final Fantasies, okay. Oh boy, was that tough. I think, Reddit, you're just looking for a reason to buy the Switch 2. Trying to justify it to yourself. Like, if I buy the Switch 2 now, I'm going to get all this in the future. And I'm the same. I keep wanting to find that one thing that will make the Switch 2 a worth it purchase. But if I'm looking at the future, I'm looking at, oh, Katamari's going to be fun. Oh, Metroid's going to be fun. They're not... That is not a console selling mindset for me. Because I could just happily play that 10 years in the future. We got credits. Let's watch this credit sequence. Huh. Do I get to play it? Oh no. Interesting. It said it was made with Unity, which is of course a cross-platform engine. So I'm still saying, Theatrhythm Super Mario Brothers, it would be possible and easy. Oh, I have no idea if I'm ever going to beat it. See if there's anyone online. If not, we'll perhaps end the stream. Those last few songs were like 3 or 4 minute epics, and hurts my hands a little bit now. Beat it as a whole. The first one on 3DS I didn't quite beat. I got nearly all the way there, and then I started trying to level 99 everyone, and I kind of forgot about finishing the game. Same with Curtain Call. I got at least 2/3 through that, and then I just got distracted. I'm playing this, live streaming this, and I'm wondering if Pokemon AZ will be enough to dethrone Theatrhythm or not. I'm just thinking, with Pokemon, what am I going to do content-wise that's going to make it worthwhile watching? Do I go immediately for the Jumpluff theme and just say Jumpluff and my team are going to be #1? Because you're going to get people nuzlocking, you're going to get people dressing up, people focusing on the multiplayer. In the end, it's just possibly going to be me playing and everyone else watching me play. With no kind of gimmick. Like I said, the only reason why I'm getting AZ is because I got it for less than £10 in England. Because I just had Amazon vouchers and I thought, I'll get the game cheap, why not? It'll probably be the last Switch game I get. But I'd say content wise, what's the gimmick? You know, if you want to play that game purely for views, what's the gimmick? And I don't want a gimmick, I just want to play. So, do I stream that? Do I do that on my own time? Do I add a new day to my streaming? Do I do Pokemon Tuesday or something? Because then when ZA is finished, I could go back to like, I don't know, I've got on cartridge, blue, yellow, I've got Game Boy Advance games. You can get cartridge to HDMI adapters. I've thought about asking my parents to send me my Pokemon stuff on cartridge. But I think a part of me wants to take all those Pokemon and put them into home and start Pokemon again, if I'm able to. I know on 3DS I still have the original Pokemon data transfer thing. But it's getting it from cartridge to DS, to DS to 3DS, 3DS to home. I think that's the difficult thing. Yeah, you're right, Red, it is up to me. Of course, my cartridges, as old as they are, the batteries might have gone already, so I might have lost all my teams anyway. I know on blue and yellow, my goal was to 99 the whole Pokédex. So that's what I was doing. I was just spending 5 or 10 minutes every day just redoing the Elite Four with all sorts of random Pokemon, just trying to 99 the whole Pokédex. Whoops. Well, it doesn't look like there's anyone online today. Well, we'll do one final song then. Are there any requests from the chat? And go, I don't have all the Final Fantasies. I've got 1, 2, 4, 7 series, 8, 9, haven't finished. Got 10. 10 too, but I can't play all of these. Like this one I can't play. I got 1 from 11. Do it 13, 13-2, and 13-3. 1 for 14. And then this is DLC. Oh no. Mystic Quest I got. Ah, I'll do this one. I love Dissidia. There we go. There's only a couple of people watching Reddit, so I think if you have no requests, I think that's pretty much everyone. Safe to say, out of all the videos I've done this week, or the last few weeks, Theatrhythm is not a bestseller. That's the wrong word. Ah, balls. Right at the end I got it wrong. Well, one is better than none, Reddit, so I'm happy. I know it's not Call of Duty, I know it's not Battlefield, but it makes me happy, and if it makes someone else happy, then that's fine by me. I personally think Dissidia is one of the best soundtracks Square Enix ever had for Final Fantasy. I tell you should check out the original trailer for Dissidia. Back in the day when it was announced, when it was revealed, there had been no crossover Final Fantasy game ever. It was unheard of. It was such... It was like jaw-dropping, people screaming excitement with Dissidia. And that first trailer was a cinematic trailer. And it blew the socks off. It really did. Oh man, I want to have a look. You look for it. Just... Oh, stupid. because the web browser defaulted to my own YouTube channel. So I don't want 012, I don't want NT. I'm putting this in the chat. This is, or this might be the original trailer for Dissidia. And it was mind-blowing at the time. And of course the music was fantastic. Oh, it's a different soundtrack, different song. You know what? That's not a trailer for the game. I am going to delete that thing I put there. Because as I've played Dissidia, I know exactly what that is. That's a that's like in-game cutscenes, and it's not even a Dissidia song. It's like, okay. Someone's tried to use machine learning to make a 4K version of it. Well, there was just something a little odd looking at it, and then I opened the description and the song listed didn't work. It's like, wait, that song is not a part of it. Wait, is this a 5-minute trailer? So I'm going to like Square Enix's web channel just to make it clear what was the trailer. Like, is this a trailer or is this the opening cinematic? Alright, I'll share this. You're going to need to put subtitles on. I'm going to make a note of that. Because it is the Japanese thing for it. If I had more time, I would look for the English one, but that was the 5-minute trailer, and it gives some story as well. But yeah, that will do for this week's live streams. As you can see, no live stream on a Monday, nor Tuesday. Cloud Monday, the game is Bluey. Yes, it's a kids game based on the Australian cartoon. But how suitable is it to be played from the cloud? Is it good for kids to stream it? I answered that question in part 1, believe it or not. Stories on Tuesday, it is visual novel IB, start to finish, about 3 hours, maybe 3.5 hours long. Wednesday, Backlog Conquering, it is Guacamelee, start to finish, about 7.5 hours long, that one. Oh, I cut out a lot of the dying in that game. Thursday, Demo. Now I've got a list. With that Nintendo event and Nintendo partners, I had a list of demos that I was going to do, and I've had to rearrange it. It was going to be Disc County, but I think it's going to be something else now. We'll have to wait and see. Yeah, so hopefully I'll see you guys for something during the week. Oh, I forgot to mention, I did get 2 PSP games here in Japan. I got Bleach Soul Carnival and Macross Ace Frontier, and they've been quite a lot of fun. Yes, they're all in Japanese, but you don't really need a lot of Japanese for these two, especially if you know Bleach like I do. So yeah, the PSP Cross Media Bar I think will be Macross. That might be tomorrow's Cross Media Bar video. But yeah, thank you very much, Reddit, for chatting away with me. Thank you, Snowwolf, for coming in and saying hi. But that is going to do for the live stream. That's going to do for this week's content. Hopefully I'll see you guys for next week's stuff. But until then, I hope you take care, have a good the rest of your weekend. I know here in Japan it's coming up to 3:30, and it's also a rainy day here. The temperature hasn't gotten above 30. It's kind of nice. Well, until I see you guys again, take care and goodbye. Cheers, Reddit. Saw that comment, thank you. See you, Zeno.